Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia, the largest naval base in the world, or C6C5, was where it all began for Elias in '95. Fresh out of the Naval Academy, he arrived with wide eyes and a heart full of patriotism. The base sprawled across 4,300 acres, home to over 75 ships and 134 aircraft. Carriers like the USS Enterprise loomed like steel giants, their decks buzzing with sailors in crisp uniforms. Elias was assigned to intelligence, analyzing satellite imagery and plotting potential threats. His superior, Commander Harlan Reed, a grizzled veteran with a scar across his cheek from Desert Storm, took him under his wing. "Son," Harlan said on Elias's first day, clapping him on the back, "this base isn't just steel and strategy. It's the heartbeat of American power. From here we project force anywhere on Earth." Life in Norfolk was a whirlwind. Elias lived in barracks overlooking the Elizabeth River, where mornings started with the blare of reveille and the salty breeze off the Atlantic. He trained rigorously, learning to decode encrypted messages and simulate war games. But amidst the discipline, he found camaraderie. His bunkmate, Jamal Cortez, a sharp-witted engineer from Texas, became his closest friend. They'd share stories late into the night, Jamal's dreams of starting a family, Elias's longing for adventure beyond the horizon. One evening during a base festival, Elias met Sophia Langford, a local teacher volunteering at the event. No, wait, that wasn't right. Sophia was a name from another memory. His heart had always belonged to Amelia, but that came later. In Norfolk, it was the foundation, the unyielding sense of duty that would carry him across oceans. As years passed, Elias rose through the ranks. By 2001, with the world shattered by 9/11, Norfolk became a hive of activity. Ships deployed to the Middle East, and Elias was tasked with mapping supply routes. It was here he first sketched a rudimentary power map, highlighting how bases like Norfolk fed into global operations. Little did he know, this sketch would evolve into his life's work. But duty came at a cost. Jamal was deployed and never returned, lost in a helicopter crash off the Arabian Sea. Elias attended the funeral, standing rigid as the flag was folded and presented to Jamal's widow. That night, staring at the map, Elias vowed to honor his friend by ensuring no sailor went unprepared. The map grew, incorporating real-time data on threats and alliances. In 2003, Elias was transferred to Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam in Hawaii 871791, a storied installation etched with the scars of December 7, 1941. The base, spanning Oahu's southern shore, housed submarines, destroyers, and the Pacific Fleet's headquarters. Palm trees swayed against azure skies, but beneath the paradise lay a fortress of vigilance. Elias's role involved coordinating with allies in the Pacific Rim. He spent days in command centers, poring over charts of potential Chinese incursions. The air hummed with the roar of F-18 jets from Hickam Airfield. It was here, amid the tropical heat, that he met Amelia Voss. Amelia was a civilian contractor, a marine biologist studying the impact of naval operations on coral reefs. With her sun-kissed hair and piercing green eyes, she challenged Elias from the start. During a briefing on environmental protocols, she stood up, her voice steady. "Captain Hawthorne, your power map might show strategic dominance, but it ignores the ecological cost. Bases like this disrupt marine life for generations." Elias was taken aback but intrigued. Over coffee at the base's officers' club, overlooking the harbor where the USS Arizona still lay entombed, they debated. "Power isn't just military," Amelia argued. "It's about sustaining the world we protect." Elias, smitten by her passion, shared his map, a digital prototype now, with layers showing bases' environmental footprints. Their romance blossomed under Hawaiian stars. Walks along Waikiki Beach, where waves whispered secrets, and dives in the clear waters where Amelia showed him vibrant reefs. "See this?" she'd say, pointing to a school of fish. "This is the real global map, interconnected life." They married in 2005 at a small chapel on base, with the Pacific as witness. Lily was born a year later, her cries echoing in their quarters as submarines patrolled nearby. But deployments loomed. Elias was called to sea, leaving Amelia to raise Lily amid the base's community of resilient spouses. Pearl Harbor taught Elias balance. His map evolved, adding ecological data at Amelia's insistence. Yet the pull of duty tested their bond. "Come back to us," Amelia whispered before his first long tour. As his ship sailed out, Elias added Pearl Harbor to the map not just as a base, but as the anchor of his heart. By 2008, Elias found himself at Naval Base Yokosuka, Japan, the home port for the U.S. 7th Fleet. Nestled in Tokyo Bay, the base was a fusion of American might and Japanese culture. Destroyers, docked beside cherry blossoms, sailors mingling with locals in bustling markets. Elias's assignment: intelligence liaison with Japanese self-defense forces, monitoring North Korean missile tests. The base buzzed with activity, its dry docks repairing carriers like the USS Ronald Reagan. He lived in family housing, Amelia and young Lily joining him after a tearful separation. Life in Yokosuka was a cultural immersion. Lily learned her first Japanese words at the base school, while Amelia collaborated with local scientists on ocean conservation. Elias, however, delved into the shadows. His map now included threat assessments, red zones pulsing around the Korean peninsula. One night during a joint exercise, Elias uncovered a cyber intrusion, hackers probing base networks. Working with a team, he traced it to a rogue element, averting a potential breach. The incident hit home when Amelia confided her fears. "Elias, this map of yours, it's not just lines. It's targets on our backs." Tension mounted as earthquakes shook the region, reminding them of vulnerability. Lily, now 5, drew pictures of Daddy's big ships, but her questions about why they moved so often tugged at Elias's soul. A powerful typhoon struck, forcing evacuation. Huddled in a shelter, Elias held his family, realizing power wasn't domination but protection. Yokosuka added depth to the map, alliances as vital lines, cultures as intersecting paths. But as they prepared to leave, Elias felt the weight of global chess, each base a piece, his family the stakes. 2012 brought Elias to naval support activity. Bahrain F3117, a key hub in the Persian Gulf. Amidst the arid heat of Manama, the base supported the 5th Fleet, overseeing operations in the Middle East. Oil tankers dotted the horizon, and the call to prayer mingled with ship horns. Separated from his family, Amelia, back in the States with Lily for school, Elias immersed in counterterrorism. His map expanded with layers on piracy routes and Iranian threats. The base, compact yet strategic, housed mine countermeasure ships and hosted coalition partners. Loneliness gnawed at him. Video calls with Lily, now 11, showed her growing independence, but her eyes betrayed missing her father. Amelia's voice cracked during one call. "Elias, the map is consuming you. When does it end?" A crisis erupted, a drone attack on a nearby ally base. Elias coordinated response, his intelligence saving lives. But in the aftermath, he visited wounded sailors, their stories echoing Jamal's fate. One young ensign, barely 20, lost a leg. "Captain, tell me it's worth it." That night, under a starlit desert sky, Elias revised the map, adding human cost metrics, casualties, family impacts. Bahrain taught him the gritty reality of power: blood on the sands, hearts left behind. Reuniting with his family, Elias promised change. But the Navy called again. In 2015, Elias was stationed at Naval Support Facility Diego Garcia 0D78D8, a remote atoll in the British Indian Ocean Territory. Shaped like a footprint in the vast Indian Ocean, the base was a logistical lifeline. Airfields for B-52 bombers, lagoons for prepositioned ships. Isolation defined Diego Garcia. No families allowed. Elias endured 6 months of solitude, broken only by emails and rare calls. The tropical paradise hid hardships: scorching sun, limited amenities, and the constant hum of generators. His task: updating strategic reserves on the map. Surrounded by coral reefs Amelia would love, he dove in his off time, finding solace in underwater worlds. But memories flooded. Lily's teenage rebellion, Amelia's growing distance. A monsoon storm isolated the base, communications down. Elias led repair efforts, bonding with the crew over shared adversity. One sailor, Maria Ruiz, shared her story of leaving her children. "We all have maps, Captain. Mine leads home." Diego Garcia stripped Elias bare, forcing introspection. He added resilience factors to his map: mental health resources, support networks. Power, he realized, required inner strength. Returning home, he found Amelia distant, Lily in college. "The map saved lives," he said. "But at what cost to us?" she replied. 2018 saw Elias at Naval Station Rota, Spain 8073, a joint U.S.-Spanish base on the Atlantic coast. Amidst Andalusian hills, the installation supported destroyers with Aegis systems, crucial for missile defense. Family rejoined him. Lily, now 18, explored Europe. Amelia researched Mediterranean ecosystems. Elias liaised with NATO, his map now a collaborative tool shared with allies. Cultural richness enlivened them. Flamenco nights, tapas in Cadiz. But tension simmered. Russian subs probing nearby waters. Elias's team thwarted an espionage attempt, a close call that shook him. A family trip to Gibraltar turned poignant. Overlooking the strait, Lily asked, "Dad, your map shows the world connected. Why do we feel so apart?" Her words pierced. Elias confided in Amelia, "I've mapped power, but lost sight of love." They recommitted, dancing under Spanish stars. Rota added diplomacy to the map, alliances as bridge.